Okay, here we are at the beginning of the trail. Looks like there's several campsites that you could have here. Kind of nice. Doesn't look like anybody's camping here today, though. Does look nice. We have the Peak to Prosperity Passage, which is a passage that I plan to take today. So hopefully I can make it. No breakdowns. Looks like there's a bathroom halfway with some water. So that's nice. So I'm bringing my own water. So let's get going, seeing what it's like. Should be taking it slow the whole time. Alright, so let's just go. Railway's nice. Looks like there's a picnic table down there. That's how I came in, it was right through there. Temperature is okay until you get in the sun. Then it's not so great. Interesting deal. Oh, there's like a diving area, maybe? At least if I saw that, I would think in diving area. Where that flag says. Oh yeah, I guess. Alright, we can see all this. This is a good time that I have my camera on my helmet. Hopefully it's recording correctly. More. Oh, hello there. Oh, have a nice little section over there too. It's very pretty through here. This old train thing doesn't look strong enough to hold up a train. I guess back in this day it must have been able to, but it looks kind of weak. Oh, nice and cool in the woods. Oh, this is very nice. I'm not sure what this is. Let's just go up here and take a look. Oh, Peak Pharmacy. Oh, I see that some people launch from here. Which I guess is fine. It's interesting. And I think I saw that one section over here where there was a... Oh, maybe that's not... Oh, here's something. Alright, I seem to be at 0 assist here frequently because it's safer. There seems to be, my assist seems to not do things the way I would like for it to. Alright, got a bit of a U-turn here. Peak, first known as Peak Station, was named Railroad Superintendent in 1853. So those railroad train tracks, I guess, were strong back then. All right. Oh yeah, let's see. I want to do this navigation in the trail looks really nice. I could say this is the nicest trail I've ever been on, and it would be a true statement because, you know, it's like the only one. Yeah, this is my first. No trespassing. Okay, not sure what that is. Yeah, we're on 0 assist again. With assist, I can't go as slow as I want to go. I'm kind of wanting to enjoy the scenery. I had 2 people that left probably 15 minutes before me that were walking. Maybe they turned off, but I figured I'd kind of run into them by now because they were pushing a baby carriage. This looks a little rough for a baby carriage. So we're right beside the highway right here. The trees form a bit of a canopy over you. I don't think there'd be much sun getting through this even high noon. Okay, here's the people with the carriage. So they did make it all the way down here. How does that carriage push us through the, is it fairly easy or hard, or?
There are a few rocky places we kind of slide it over.
Okay.
But he doesn't mind.
No,
Oh, okay. It's nice rocking for him.
Yeah, he's just enjoying it, but we definitely had a few where it was a little off-road excursion for him.
Yeah, when I was hitting some, I was thinking, I wonder how that carriage went through here.
that's what I'm saying. There are some that have the really big, like, mountain bike tire things on them.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking that was what you had. But, no, we picked up and went over.
It's a lovely trail, though. Jeez.
It is. Have you been here?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you come from this morning?
Just West Columbia.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I got this like 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm just expanding, learning how it works, and just expanding myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So
She said it's so easy.
I needed to try the stroller out.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do enjoy.
Well, and there's lots around here, I feel like, to bike around. So that's awesome.
Yeah, so this is the first one I found. So yeah, I saw a bunch of others, and I was thinking, I'm gonna have fun, I think.
We love it.
That's the first time I've been to the roads there, but you probably know you can cross the road and it may be more this.
Okay.
But there are more trails across the highway.
Yeah, I saw that it said at the very beginning, one said 1 mile trail, and the other one said 10 miles. So,
Okay. So I don't know enough to know about where this one would hopefully hook on to the next piece. The whole thing's supposed to go across the state. And then, or something. So I don't know if it has another 6, 7, 8 miles or whatever clear enough for passage up through. I just don't know.
I think it does.
You check it out for me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have y'all ever watched it?
No, but we picked up the kids from the Currys because they were biking it one day. We picked them up there.
That's right.
Like Pomeria.
Okay.
Yeah, if it goes too far back there, you may not see me for a week.
I hope you have snacks.
Do be careful.
Yeah, be safe. Enjoy.
All right, thanks. Got a little thing where you can run down. And if you go down, what do you go to? There's a little bit of a clearing. It looks like you have a snack here. Oh, so I guess this is one of those, looks like it has something to talk to you. Interesting. So hopefully this helmet thing is doing really good at showing other aspects here. All right, we have to go around here. Down around here. Got little stickers in me. Alright, let's get rid of the stickers. Ouch. Get off me. That was the worst one. How about this one? Oh, stuck my other hand. I tore my shirt a little bit. I didn't know that was going to be a sticker. Well, I'm really enjoying the ride today. Being out in nature. This right here, what I'm currently doing at this very moment, is the reason why seniors should buy an e-bike. From my perspective, and of course you're going to need to have your own, if I wasn't on my e-bike right now, riding in this trail, experiencing the outdoors, I'd probably be sitting at home, maybe reading a book, watching a YouTube video, or maybe even watching a news program that makes me wonder about the sanity of humans lately. Of course, you could ask, why don't I just walk around my neighborhood? It's cheaper, got less chance of falling, breaking something, like my body. However, in my case, I have a very tough time being on my feet for more than 10 minutes at a time because it hurts. However, I can be on the e-bike for a pretty long amount of time. I can be on it 3 hours and not be in great pain. I might have legs a little sore, my butt will probably hurt, but I'm not going to be in a lot of pain. So it was nice to hear all the trails that they believe they're out here. Wow, look how they tore that down. Be interested to see what the helmet cam is like with all this bumping. It's a very bumpy ride. Took my hands off the steering, or barely touching it to make sure I can guide, but the bumpiness is fairly bumpy. So if you take your hands off or relax, then it doesn't have much of an effect on my hands. You know, since you had that problem with my hands hurting if I lean against them too much. A lot of the videos I've watched on YouTube claim that if you're outdoors for at least 10 minutes a day, that has been proven to uplift people, make them feel better about themselves and about life in general. It's not a cure-all, but something. Out here riding beneath these trees, this canopy, kind of like they're protecting me. Makes me feel good. I meet new people, usually briefly, but it's a positive experience because I learn a little bit about them. I like the interaction. Most of the time I edit out the meeting of people because I don't really know what they're going to think about being on YouTube. So I don't want to really put them somewhere they don't like. But on this video today, I'll try to leave in a couple of the conversations. It might be this video and next video. This video here is going to be long enough as it is. Since I'm going so long at a fairly slow speed, I'll get a couple of interactions in. This trail, I would have never been on if I didn't have an e-bike. It gives me a freedom that I would not have otherwise had. In my case, I get a lot of exercise because I pedal during my whole trip. But you don't have to do that. If you get an e-bike with a throttle, you don't have to pedal at all. So whichever you prefer to do. And hopefully you'll be able to watch our ride today and say, man, I would like to be doing this. I don't blame you. This is cool. Hey, today's cool, for the most part. It'll probably be hot later. Cold right now. So if you want to do this, get an Ebike. You'll find a lot more freedom than you could imagine. Low danger. Even with the danger, I think it's worth it. And you don't have to ride in the streets like I do. Some of my street riding is more dangerous than most seniors would want to do. But you could go on this. This isn't that dangerous. Still has some danger. They all have danger everywhere you go. But don't get the adventure unless you're out here. One of the things that I've started doing recently was to research helmets. I guess it all started when I watched a video of a person getting injured, even though she was injured, actually dying, even though she was wearing a helmet. So I started researching, trying to find out what type of helmets there are out there, and why you would pick one helmet over another. And in my research, I learned all sorts of interesting things about helmets. I watched some CEOs talk about their helmets, such as Cali, and what they try to achieve. And one of the things I did learn was that the standard is fairly easy to meet, and just about every helmet meets the standard. So meeting the standard is easy to do, and it turns out really doesn't accomplish much. It accomplishes something, but it doesn't accomplish much. So the standard basically is saying, what force would it take to crack your skull? And we want to design a helmet that will prevent that. So they're looking at, their objective is to keep your skull from cracking open. However, as people who watch football knows, you can get concussions and not even get close to having a cracked skull. So being protected against a cracked skull isn't all that great a protection. I mean, like I said, it's better than nothing. But better than nothing isn't always the best way to go. Oh, and I see they do maintenance on here too. Look how they had some of these wood planks replaced. Now, if you follow up this path, I guess it'd be kind of painful. Looks like a fairly good drop-off. So I guess they built this area up for the train to have a fairly flat trajectory as it goes across. That's usually a good reason why the train trails are so good, is that they usually take out all the big inclines and are fairly straight. When we look into the woods here, we can see all sorts of cool stuff. I don't see any animals, although they're supposed to be out there. It's not deer season, so they shouldn't be hiding yet. Another bridge that they look like they've spent some time repairing. Oh, you can walk down on this one too. And if you walk down, where do you go? Maybe just to get to the creek? Oh, nice set of stairs. So whoever's upkeeping it, they seem to be doing a good job. I could see wanting to walk through all that. That looks like fun. All right, cool. So being my first trail, this is kind of interesting. It's the only trail I have to compare with, and it's a nice comparison. I mean, it's a nice wood area, so maybe some people have been on other type of trails, but this seems like to be a very nice one. And look how wide it is, so you got plenty of room. It looks like people drive cars on here occasionally. Even though it's supposed to be no motorized vehicles. I can hear engines, cars, somewhat close. I'm not good at telling directions though, so I don't know where it's coming from. So in my helmet search, when I was listening to the CEO of Cali talk, one of the things he pointed out was that the standard where you just try to keep your head from breaking is not a very good standard. So he doesn't think we should get away with the standard, probably because he doesn't want the extra cost to have to meet some requirements. But they internally want to meet the requirements in which they can prevent a brain damage on accidents less than 28 miles per hour for a bike, for an e-bike. So he did not say they have achieved that, but their goal in designing their helmets is an attempt to prevent brain damage. Of course, it's going to keep your skull from cracking. That would be expected, but since they realize that's not a major, that doesn't solve all the issues you get in a wreck, they're trying to achieve a different standard, or meet a different standard internally where they can prevent brain damage, which is a much more difficult situation. So one of the things they try to do in their helmets, and I've noticed that a lot of companies are doing it, but I listened to his talk. One of the things they try to do is put a little bit of cushion to help absorb the impact, so that your brain doesn't get the big shock that it would get by just hitting something straight on without the absorption or the slowing down of. So they have paddings in their helmets. And he showed some of the paddings, and they said that it does two things. It stops the rotational force, like we get with the MIPS standard, and it helps cushion the helmet, the head, before it actually hits the hard surface of the helmet, to try to keep brain damage from happening. And he demonstrated his little spongy looking item and how it would be able to accomplish both. Since he didn't say it does accomplish both, that it only helps. I guess they haven't achieved their goal. They try in different materials, and the shape that they got is a shape that they believe is a good shape, which is like little they're not balls, they're little oblong, like egg shape items that are spongy to help absorb the impact. So I kind of like it. I like the theory anyway. I like them trying to achieve a theory greater than what the standard is, because the standard doesn't seem like that does much. So in my research into helmets, I ran across some helmets that are like you see with motorcycle helmets for bicycles. So they try to make them a little bit lighter, but they still try to have the hard shell and try to accomplish. They are probably the best for protection, but because they're solid, that creates heat buildup on your head. Makes you all sweaty and not want to wear the helmet. So what they're trying to do is develop helmets that have some air holes, trying to figure out the right quantities to keep the stability of the helmet, plus provide, keep it light, strong, and allow people to actually want to wear them instead of saying these are too hot to wear and take them off, because that really doesn't help at all. I looked at some of these things they call smart helmets. Now I got what's called a smart helmet, but it's not as smart as some of them. They have some smart helmets that do like everything. They have a camera, a visor, covers your ears with music or different area, and yeah, I think that's probably excess of what you need. Wow, strong hill. I don't think I can make this hill, or at least I think I'll walk across. No people. All right, looks like you could park there. All right, let's go in here. Now, I hadn't run into any hikers yet, or any other bicyclers. So the more fancy ones, they have speakers to allow you to hear music. They have communications systems that allow you to talk to other people. They have lights and turn signals. Let's see what else they got. Oh, they got places where you can mount your camera for a GoPro camera. And some of them have bright lights in the front and also lights in the back. When I was trying to do my criteria, I thought being able to communicate would be a good thing to have. So I had put that down as one of my higher priorities, to find one that would have ability to communicate. And so if I end up getting a riding partner, we'll try to get them the same type of helmet, and then we can talk to each other as we're riding along. So I thought that would be kind of cool if I was looking at a long-term helmet. And I wanted a helmet that, of course, wouldn't block my ears, but I still have a speaker that I could hear in some form or fashion so that I could hear a person talk, obviously. And I also wouldn't mind having something that I can listen to directions as I go. Well, not a major factor, but I thought with doing the YouTube videos, it'd be nice if I had one that could tell me the directions and not have the YouTube people have to listen to it, since it's kind of irritating. So I thought that would be nice also. And then I wanted to have a rear light. I've lost 2 lights so far that were on the rear of the bike. I don't know how I do it, but somehow or another I manage. So I'd like to get a helmet that would light up. So the reason I settled for the one that I got, the Sena, was because it was from a company who helmets had surpassed the standards, which is simple, but also, according to the Virginia research group who researched a bunch of helmets, scored fairly high. So not the highest. Most of the ones that scored the highest had solid helmets, not helmets with holes in it. But I probably wasn't going to wear a solid helmet, so this is like the best of the type of helmets I would wear. This is a mountain bike helmet. I think it's a Sena M1 is what they call it. And speaking of mountain bike helmets, my other helmet is also a mountain bike helmet. And it has a little visor on top, and I kept looking at the visors and say, you know, these visors are horrible at blocking the sun. I said, why do they even bother putting them on? Because they do not block the sun very well at all. In fact, I would say they don't block the sun at all. In researching my helmets, I learned that wasn't their purpose. Their purpose is to block branches and obstacles that get in the way of mountain bike riders. And I was like, oh, well, that's totally different. No wonder it's not any good at blocking the sun. So, one of the things you can constantly learn when you're researching is what things on your helmet do. Now this helmet is kind of I disliked the helmet because its size for a medium, it's the range where it fits goes up to my head size, so it just barely fits me. The next level starts at my head side and goes higher, so it's going to be large on me more than likely. So having the head size where everybody cuts off at is horrible. So this fits very tight, but I was thinking, oh, it's probably okay as long as I get used to it being on me. And so this is the first time I wore it. Second time? Yeah, second time I wore it. But this is the longest I wore it, so it's going to be interesting to see how it compresses on my head. I guess it's going to protect me if I'm in a wreck because it's very tight. I don't even think I need a chin strap. Yeah, obviously I do, but it is tight. So here we are back to a very bumpy road again. Looks like there's water down there, like a creek. I can't see. Oh yeah, I can a little bit. It's not a very big creek. It looks like it's about 2 feet across. spider. I decided I really didn't need, even though I wanted a helmet that had the red lights on the back of the helmet for people to see me from behind. I got the one that's on the bike itself, and now I got the one on my helmet, so which is higher up in the air. So I think that's going to be good for people seeing me better. The one on the back that I have blinks. Well, it's one of the settings I can have is for blinking. I like the blinking setting, like I do with the front light. So I believe it achieved all of that, and with its high, it was ranked like in the top 20 of the bicycles strongest helmets for crashes. So not the best, but then again, it has communications. All the ones that were the top 10 or maybe top 15, none of them had any communications with them. So I guess the communication, getting that communication stuff in the helmet lowers its ability to protect you. Now this one doesn't have railings, which is kind of weird. I guess they're going to be installing the railings soon, but they're not here now. I guess they'll work their way down to here eventually. I see that my Garmin frequently doesn't know where we're at. And then it figures it out again. It's kind of interesting. Even though we still have the trees around us all the time, I guess it breaks through the satellite every now and then. Tree house. Looks like some motorcycle paths off to the side. Could be hiking trails. I'm going to stop in this little opening here, see if I can get cell reception any better. Oh yeah, I got two here. So let's see if we can. All right, let's get going. There's like a lot of little bridges. This one here looks like it has railings on it too. So I'm not sure why that one doesn't have railings. All the rest seem to. I was thinking maybe they just hadn't made it down the trail this far, but this next one has railings on it. It's called 11. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe if I had the brochure with me, it would tell me. A very shallow creek. Doesn't move very much either, but it is moving. Oh look, another little place to camp. Maybe that's the reason why we have the railings back up. is that this is a camping area. It even has firewood for campers. That's very nice. Kind of unexpected. I didn't even see how people would get here. This is a place where you would camp. If you were walking this, hiking this, it was where you stopped to spend the night, maybe. Although I can't hear a road. Can't see one though. Now, I still haven't been all that far on my bike. I'm only up to 213 miles. So I'm over 200. Got over 200 not too long ago. I think I was at 206 by the time I started this. So I should be about 240 by the time I finish. Well, if I take the whole trail and then I have to go back, which I don't know if I take the whole trail. This is more of an experience. Oh wow, look at that right there, right now next to the creek now. So people can probably see that. I'll get my top helmet on there if it actually is working. I don't know that it's working. I can't see it. Oh, I wonder if that's a road. I at least see a field. It's still fairly cool being in the shade. Now, the temperature is supposed to get pretty hot today, so I'm not so sure I want to be on this trail for the afternoon. Yeah, most of the time I've been in gear 4, sometimes 3. If I'm on 0 assist, I usually switch it so that I'm on 3. But if I'm on assist 1, 4 or 5 would be more where I should be. Alright, so here we are, another bridge with railings. So far, only one without railings. Oh, they reinforced it here. So I wonder what that means, or when did they have to reinforce it? It's just a small creek. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh yeah, that was nice. Definitely not something you do a canoe in. Maybe after a rain. because right now it's way too thin. No canoe could go down that. That's probably the old bridge. One of the things that intrigued me, although I could not find a helmet that was very safe, that had the turn signals on it. But the turn signals were kind of intriguing because I'm kind of one of those people who likes gadgets, if you haven't noticed. And so that would just be another gadget that'd be kind of cool, I thought, to have. Okay. But the practicality of it and the fact that I probably wouldn't use it. But I do like the idea of having the blinking light. If it was one of those that blinked like 3 or 4 times heading towards the direction you want to turn, it was just blinking. I don't think I would like that, but I like the ones that would do that would blink towards the direction so it looked like you were turning. All right, let's see what these things have to say to us. It will be 425 miles long. Wow. Huh. Construction began in 1997. So they plan for it to be 425 miles. That'd be pretty cool when they get finished. Oh, some people showing building the bridge. All right. Got a lot of lumber here. I wonder what they're using it for. So I guess we're going through a little section here. Oh, they're showing us what a rail trail looked like at one time. Oh. Okay, some of the same pictures we saw in other ones. Oh, bumpy. Hey, there's my visor doing its job, taking away a branch from hitting my face. So I don't think it was going to hit my face anyway, but... Alright, so let's see. We got to cross this road. We don't see anybody, so safe. this is very bumpy. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it feels fairly hot now. It's got to be in the 80s, late 80s maybe. All right, now a little bitty creek. Look how straight it goes for a long period of time. Well, anyway, even though I would be intrigued and kind of like the gizmo of a turning light, I don't think the practicality of it is something I would use. Maybe if I was like in the city all the time, but I'm trying to avoid riding around city streets or riding at night. So that aspect didn't keep my interest much, even though it initially grabbed my attention as interesting. Also, as I probably already mentioned, the more gadgets you get on your helmet, the less safe it is. So yeah, it'll meet the minimum standards, but you really want something that exceeds minimum standards. You don't want those just minimum standard stuff. Uh-oh. Yeah, it seems like I got some type of gear issue or kickstand issue. Something feels loose. All right, let me stop, see if I can figure out what it is. Oh. It's the kickstand. The kickstand is getting ready to fall off. All right. Man, it's very loose. All right, I got to keep an eye on that. All right, let's just head back. Why? Why does the bike always have troubles? I don't know why it always has troubles. One of the things I probably should have done, and I still haven't done, is gone through and Loctite everything. So I've Loctite only one thing so far. But I need several. So let's just start heading back. It'll get me probably back by noon. All right, let's go. Hope I don't lose it. If it falls off, I can put it on the put it in the bike stand. Did I bring it with me? Yeah, I did. So I brought a spare battery with me, and I brought the locks. So I'm probably, well, probably not as heavy as I was yesterday at 125 pounds, but I'm probably at 115, I guess. I don't have my chains with me, so that's going to save me a few 7 pounds or so. All right, well, back to the helmets. One of the helmets I looked at had a camera in it. I said, oh, that'd be kind of handy. But the helmet cost $150. And I was thinking, well, you know, my camera costs like $300. So a helmet that also has a camera in it, and lights, and turning signals, and music. Oh, is that one of these guys running out? All right, let me stop on this. We'll have to change out the batteries, I think. All right, I'll be back.